Okay, let's have a look at how your ex is. Okay, direct question. I'm going to have a look at their energy. First card. Oh dear. Right, they have got issues. Let's just clarify that. Yes, they're miserable. Okay, they thought they were going to win. All right, there's something within their energy that they were too busy winning. Okay, but we've got the bankrupt card. Now, that doesn't just mean money for me today. It means that something, they were very selfish with you. I feel they left you in the lurch, as we say in the UK. They just didn't care, you know. See you, bye, boom, gone. And they were too busy with their selfish ways and their eyes on the prize, but it hasn't worked out. Okay, it's not worked out. This could apply to many things in their life. I have a feeling you will know today exactly what this is though, okay? But no, they are miserable. So I'm going to go into that a little bit deeper. I'll just give this deck another shuffle. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. Please keep leaving your comments. I do read all of them and I send you so much love. Especially this is your reading today. You were just left, you know, like just left, ghosted, cut off, no contact. And I feel that they planned this, I've got to say it, okay, that there was something they had got their eye on, okay, that they decided that they were having, and they didn't care about anyone else, okay? They didn't care about your feelings. And also I'm hearing people connected into you, they didn't care about their feelings either. So keep shuffling. Anyway, if you'd like a reading, if you'd like my help, just click on the title of this video. The link is below in the description box. Everything's on the website, and also the free relationship report. Go check that out as well. Okie dokie, let's see, let's spill the tea, shall we? Yeah, they accepted an offer that hasn't worked out. It's backfired on them. Dirty offer, whatever that is. Okay, so you know, we've got the bankrupt card, whatever that is. That could just be they've gone into another relationship and it's all completely falling to pieces, but they are miserable. Bottom of the deck, in their energy, they're very uninterested in where they are. Okay, I feel they're hoping that maybe you can bail them out. I'm not so sure today though, if you want to be honest. Okay, yeah, they have been involved with karmic friends, so they've gone into a karmic situation here, totally miserable. They've got a miserable life. Everything they thought, they were top dog, you know, just it's almost as if they use people, or maybe you felt used, so they could climb up the so-called ladder. Okay, that everybody, I just feel they're a bit of an empty shell, that they see people as a means to an end. But you don't realise that until it's too late, because they're quite charming. They're quite charming. They've got the gift of the gab, the gift of the words, as we say, gift of the gab in the UK. And they're very good at reeling people in. But it's almost as if they pick people for what they can give them so that they can move up. But this time they bit off more than they can chew. I'm really hearing that they bit off more than they can chew. And they were so busy with their eyes on one thing that it just hasn't worked out. Okay, so this card here is, yeah, the people they are surrounding themselves with are untrustworthy. Now, possibly your ex has started to realise this, because they are quite miserable. And you know what I think's happened here with that card and this one and that one? That, okay, your ex, I feel, was really greedy with something. And they really wanted their own way and they wanted this. but the people or the person, maybe another relationship they have trusted, is as bad as they are, okay? And your ex didn't realise that they had secret competition, all right? And also I feel that someone's got some evidence somewhere. Is that you, or possibly it's someone in their environment, but somebody's got evidence of something that's gone on with regards to this offer. So yeah, a bit of a I feel that you're just sitting back now waiting for the other shoe to drop, okay? And it's been a little while coming, and it's tested your patience, because at times you thought you would never get justice. But yeah, you're going to shine, baby. You're going to shine. Your light irritates their demons. You could have done something or said something by now, and you didn't. You chose to wait. And sometimes silence and waiting for somebody else to dig their own hole, I'm hearing, is the best revenge, because they are as miserable as you know what, okay? Their life isn't working out. The thing they were grasping onto because they needed it, like I say, I feel they like to have somebody on their arm almost to make them feel good. And I feel they use people for what they can offer them, whether it be higher social standing, money, whatever it is, okay? But they're miserable. They're miserable. You irritate them. Great, good. Yeah, they could have tried to dig up some dirt on you, okay? But you didn't feed into them. However, the dirt is going to be falling on them. This is what I'm really feeling, okay? That their games and their nonsense is going to be exposed. All right, now whether it's you that gets your say in the end, what is that saying? Softly, softly, catchy, something or other. I just feel you've waited. You've known this was going to happen, and you've been really strong. It would have been very easy, I'm hearing, for you just to absolutely go in there because of the way they treated you. It's almost like they just cast you aside, like you didn't matter anymore. Oh, dear me. You acted unbothered in the end, which is brilliant, okay? It's almost as if they wanted you to continue fighting with them, okay? And also, if they've gone into another third-party relationship that you know of, I do feel, I'm going to say it because it's what I'm hearing, that they told this other person that you were the problem, okay? But people are waking up to the fact that it's actually your ex who's the problem. You know, the sort of person you meet them and they say, oh, my ex has done this and they don't understand me, and they just rattle on about how they've been, how nobody understands them, and, you know, that they've been taken for this and taken for that. And then later on it transpires that it wasn't like that at all, okay? Now, it's almost as if, and I'm also hearing, this is quite a channeled reading today, that this ex wanted or likes people fighting over them. I don't just mean physically fighting, but they like it if they're almost sat there, you know, oh, and look at this person, oh, and they want me and they want me. And it's all feeding into their ego. But whatever's going down here with these cards, all of their trophies are about to fall off the top of the cupboard. That's what I heard. It's all going south. Very, very south. I'm going to get my tarot deck out in a minute. Yeah, I've got to say it. And I feel if this is you today, you felt that everything they said to you in the end was fake. You've questioned, was anything real? The only advice I can give you about that is that there are people, okay, who will sell you a version that you want. And they can sometimes keep this up for quite a while, unfortunately. And then bit by bit they start to change, and then you get the intermittent reinforcement, so they can be really vile one day, and then the next day, you know, it's as if nothing's happened, or, you know, they're taking you out for a meal or something, and then a week later they're vile again. This changes your brain chemistry. It's actually science. So in the end, you will have questioned, was any of this real? Okay. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. I'm hearing that this person chose you because you were the purer soul and you had a lot of love, a lot of energy. And they're just like, you know, like the old saying of the vampire on the blood and whatever, you know, that's what they just sucked. But then when you have nothing left to give, then they start to discard you and gaslight you and make out that you're the crazy one because you have the audacity to react. But what you've done here, you will get your day. Okay, you are going to get your day here. And I think that's really what this is about. They are miserable. And for some reason, they've got involved with a group of either one karmic or karmic people who are actually competing with them. Whereas you loved them. Okay. You love this person. So let's just see what's going to happen to your ex. Let's get some more. Let's get a tarot deck out. Right, well, they're very lonely. Okay, they are lonely. They're looking back at the past. They're looking at what they're about to lose. Yeah, they're totally unfulfilled. Okay, they're bored. They're not interested sort of in where they are. You know, nothing's really working out for them now. They're very unhappy. They're almost like a one-hit wonder. I don't know why I heard that. Does that make any sense to you? One-hit wonder. They don't finish anything. Oh, there we go. The tower. The tower's out. Yeah, that really is the culmination of this reading. You know, that's why when I said it was the bankrupt card, it can mean money, but bankrupt can mean it just all falls down. And now with the tower, yeah, it's just going to end up, you know, chaos, destruction, upheaval, change, disaster, you name it. Okay, now if you're watching this and you want to know, are they going to get their comeuppance with regards to something you might not have resolved yet with this person, whatever that may be? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they are. Without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. Everything that they've held on to, I feel they've hidden things from you. This is just an aside with this Four of Pentacles and that. I feel that not only were they emotionally avoidant, but they were very focused on the things in the physical. Even if it's just their appearance or their, you know, look at me, I'm the best, look at me, I'm the best kind of thing. But that is actually going to collapse, okay? Now, also their financial security is dodgy here. So their greediness, their materialisticness, and their ego is about to be blown sky high. Okay, they're going to have to eat some humble pie soon. All right, they're going to have to eat some humble pie soon. I just want to see what's coming into your energy though. What's coming into your energy? I've been asked to just pick this deck up. Right, you're being told this is just for you, okay? Toxic relationships drain your energy and self-worth. Yeah, so it's almost a clarifier for you with regards to this energy. Yeah, secrets. Something was hidden from you. Someone was being untruthful. If you've got any paperwork or anything going on with something or somebody, double check it. Double check it. Don't sign nothing until you've checked it, okay? Yeah. And you're being reminded that you gave, okay? And you will get that again, okay? You're going to meet somebody. You're going to have a new connection, okay? And this person, this new person is going to give as much as they receive. It's not going to be a firecracker relationship. It's going to be level, okay? But they're going to give you what you give them. It's balanced, it's equal, okay? Relax. And this new relationship, you're going to be able to relax. Now, you might find that a bit strange to start with, and that's okay as well, because if you've been in a toxic, gaslighting, narcissistic relationship, it changes those little neurons, okay? And you know, you have to sort of heal, okay? But this new relationship, you're going to find joy in the simple things with this new person, okay? There's not going to be drama. There's not going to be somebody not bothering to come home or not answering your texts or not wondering where the money's gone or, you know, what are they doing online, and or just you sitting there dreading them coming home because you know what sort of mood they're going to be in. I mean, that is what I was getting from this. It's horrible, and it makes you ill, and it can leave you, if you're in it long enough, with traumatic stress disorders. You know, and it makes sometimes having a new relationship more difficult. But if you can, if this is you, if you can really, this year, go really hard on your self-concept, just love you, just fall in love with you, just absolutely do everything for you. Make it all about you, okay? It's difficult for us. We're not brought up to do that, are we? Even from school, you have to put your hand up to go to the loo. Everything's very conditional, isn't it? So when we do start putting ourselves first, it feels really strange, and especially if you've been through this. But trust me, please trust me on this one. If you can do it, even if it's through tears, you will see a change, okay? So there is a new love. Somebody new's coming in for you. They could be a long distance relationship, by the way, to narrow it down, or they could be a different nationality, or their, let's say that, you know, their, what do you call it, mother tongue, their first language is not your first language, okay? But they're part of your soul family, this new person. Wow, new person, part of your soul family. And I believe that we make our plans before we get here, and sometimes we don't choose to meet up with like our soul partner and to weigh on later in our lives, okay? We don't. Some do it sooner. Some say, you know what, I'm going to want to go through all of this first and then we'll catch up towards the end, okay? So take care. Remember, you're on the pedestal, okay? Remember that. You are amazing. You are irresistible, absolutely, totally unforgettable and irreplaceable, okay? And I love you very much. Take care. Bye.